All right, we're now on to the extension booth that deals with entomology and pathology and a few other things on the plant science side. So we're talking with Buyung Hadi, who is our Pesticide Education Coordinator and also serves a dual role with some of the entomology programs. So Buyung, tell us a little bit about your role with Pesticide Education.
All right, well, thank you. My name is Buyung Hadi. I'm the Pesticide Education Coordinator for SDSU, and in that position I try to coordinate opportunities for training and also for testing for all of the commercial and private pesticide applicators across the state. We work very closely with the State Department of Agriculture in how we want to do this together. We do trainings for about 2,000 to 3,000 applicators per year. And I also do the entomology part. Would you like me to also speak about that?
So you talked about commercial and private applicators of pesticides. What's the difference between a commercial and a private applicator?
A commercial applicator is typically defined as people who are being paid for, of course, to do the service of spraying the pesticides, while private applicators are typically the owners of the land and not being paid for to spray the pesticide.
So what are some of the topics that would be covered in a commercial applicator training?
We cover the laws and regulations, and if there are any updates, the State Department of Agriculture is usually there in person to give those updates. We also cover the safety part of pesticide application, the management part, how do you calibrate your tools, your sprayers, and also resistance issues is a big one. Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're going to move on to entomology then. Extension entomology includes not only you, but some other folks in specialist and field specialist roles. So in general, what are the things that the entomologists are working on?
All right, it's a team sport, as you said. We have 3, 4 now entomologists across the state that work on this. In field crops, we have Ada Strepaniat and Kelly Tillman that work on all field crops, wheat, soybean and corn entomology, trying to track this issue of resistance against PT crops, and trying to also popularize the idea of economic threshold and scouting as a way to do pesticide application in an economic ways. Myself, I'm in an urban entomology, so I deal with mosquitoes, bed bugs, and other insects of public health.
So you talked about the resistance issue again with like BT corn. What about current research in that area? Are there some research projects that are going on now that will end up being translated to our producers here in the near future?
I'm speaking for somebody else's research here, of course, and I believe Ada has been trying actively to track the incidences of resistance and also to document spatially where they occur. It's more interesting. It's harder than we think it is to see. All right, there is a resistance. There is a certain standard that it has to go above for us to say there's a resistance. She's also doing some research on resistance against pesticides, which is also interesting, especially in spider mites.
So give us a really general definition of what resistance against pesticides would mean.
Resistance against pesticide is usually defined as a subsection of a population of an insect that can withstand an application of standard dose of pesticides. Typically, they'll still die if you apply 100 times of that dose, but the standard dose is what we usually use. Yeah.
Thank you.